Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy, making cards simply beautiful and beautifully simple. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am going to be making this thanks card using the Amazing Silhouettes stamp set along with the Amazing Thanks dies that go with it. This card is based on one that my upline did using the butterfly version of the stamp. I modified it to use the leaf one and be an all over print, almost like designer series paper. So what did I do? I used the baby wipe technique, and you can see my ink pad here. I've got Old Olive, Blushing Bride, Daffodil Delight, and Soft Seafoam are my colors. And to do the baby wipe technique, you just take a couple of baby wipes. Make sure you're on a non-porous surface, like just a piece of plastic, or you can even use one of your cutting mats. You just have to clean it off afterwards, and you just literally drop ink onto the baby wipes, and it blends. I'll show you how this works. I'll just put a couple of drops in. And it blends in and joins with the liquid in the baby wipe and just spreads out. So what it gives you is that kind of multi-toned look. So what I've got is a Daffodil Delight card base with a 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. And I've already cut out the background thanks using the dies in the Daffodil Delight, and I've cut out the more detailed thanks on basic white, but I have put it on adhesive paper. So I've made it a sticker, and we will work with that when we get there. I've got a piece of scrap paper underneath here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to dip it in my ink pad, and I'm going to stamp it down. So I want an all over effect, so I am placing my stamp so that I get that all over effect. And you can fill in, and it's okay if you go over what you've already stamped. It just adds dimension and detail. So I am filling this whole piece up, and I don't necessarily want it to be directional. This one's kind of going that way. So I'm going to change the direction of the stamp a little bit. And that one was really light, so let's go in and do that one again. There we go. And it's a bit light down here, so I'm just going to come in and tuck some more color in there. So that basically is the background. Using the baby wipe technique, I'm just going to move that out of the way, and now we can build the card. I can take my scrap paper away. So it's really quick and easy to build this card. The beauty of this one is you can do whatever you want for your background colors. I wanted this one to kind of be happy and spring, which is why I put the Blushing Bride and the Daffodil Delight in. If you wanted it to be more of a fall themed card, you could use Cherry Cobbler or Merry Merlot with the Mossy Meadow droppers or re-inkers. You can make this whatever you want. To me, this looked like spring. It almost looked like sorry, I'm just gonna grab a drink of water. It almost looked like a skirt a lady would wear. So I am going to peel the backing off the adhesive layer. And with these, excuse me, with these little letters, you need to be really careful when you're peeling this off that you're supporting your die cut so that it doesn't stretch or tear or get a fold line in it. This is an alternative to using like the superfine paint glue pens and things like that. To me, this is quicker and cleaner, and I don't get any glue coming out. So you just line it up where it needs to be, and you just kind of keep placing it so that you have your more defined piece where it needs to be. So now we have that. It's dry, it's adhered. There's no glue kind of squishing out from anywhere. And I use the mini dimensionals to put this on the card just to give it that little bit of lift. And so with any dimensional, if it's too big for the space that you want to use, trim them. And all I've done is I've gone into the edge here and I've just trimmed these so that they're thinner. And I can just place them where I want them to be on the die cut. So I'm just going to pop one in the S here, right there. And we'll peel these off. And we can put it right on the card, and it's done. So once you've chosen your colors, you can make, my recommendation would be you make a one sheet wonder with it. Take an 8.5 by 11 piece of basic white, stamp all over it, and then cut out the sizes that you want from it. It's really your call on what kind of colors you want and everything else. So there is our thanks card. Would be great as an Easter card as well, using the Amazing Silhouettes stamp set and the Amazing Thanks dies, with a huge shout out thank you to my upline Tanya Badalka, or Stamping with Tanya Badalka, for the inspiration for this card. Thank you, and let's create together again soon.